and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, about lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Ooh, I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. But now I understand what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, about lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Woo, thank you for the standing O. Thank you so much. Welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii, where you can be anything you want to be. Our mission here at Unity Church of Hawaii is to transform lives and inspire people to make a positive difference in the world, which is what we nuns aspire to do. So thank you for joining us here today. Please stand and let's sing about This Is What I Believe.
I believe the light of God surrounds us all the time. I believe the love of God enfolds your heart and mind. And I believe the presence of God is always everywhere. It's in the rocks and hills and trees. It's in the sky and air. This is what I believe. It is written on my heart. This is what I believe. Every promise, every part. This is what I believe. I believe the power of God is watching over me. Love is changing me for good. There's God in all I see. And I believe wherever I am, God is right there too. I'm alive and all is well. I see God's light in you. This is what I believe. It is written on my heart. This is what I believe. Every promise, every part. This is what I believe. It is written on my heart. This is what I believe. Every promise, every part. This is what I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe. This is what I believe. It is written on my heart. This is what I believe. Every promise, every part. This
here. Whoa, I made it. I landed. I just flying in this day. Good and glorious morning and welcome. Welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii on this spooktacular Aloha Sunday. My friend flew in with me. She didn't do as great of landing. She landed on my head, so she's staying there too. Anyway, so hey, welcome. Welcome. You know, Ralph was sharing with us our mission, and truly that is our mission. Our mission is transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. And the way that we do that is through our vision. And our vision simply states, centered in God. Centered in God. We elevate global consciousness through the realization of oneness. Yes, friends, oneness. And that oneness principle is simply that we here at Unity believe in one heart, one mind, one life, and it is the heart, the mind, the life of the divine, and guess what? We're it! How amazing is that? We're it. It's not something out there that we need to go seeking for. We just open up the window, we just look in the mirror of life, and we see it looking right back at us. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And our co-founders, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, they believed that we were it. They believed that that spiritual essence of love lived within each one of us. And they went out and shared the message, and they shared it through prayer, and they shared it through what we call statements of truth, or in today's language, we like to call them positive affirmations. And a positive affirmation is simply that. It's something that we claim for ourselves right here in this now moment, not in tomorrow's now moment, not in yesterday's now moment, but right here in this now moment. We make a claim, we make a statement about who we are. And so friends, here at Unity, we like to practice what we teach. And because it's Aloha Sunday, I'd like to invite us into that spirit of aloha as we speak a statement of truth together. Are we ready? All right, take a deep breath and exhale. And repeat after me. I open up my heart space. I open up my heart space. And I give aloha. And I give aloha. Because I live aloha. Because I live aloha. And so it is, and so we are. And so friends, if you'll now just rise your aloha selves and greet your nearby neighbors. Love.
Don't be worried. Don't worry about a thing, because I tell you, everything gonna be all right.
Everything.
It's gonna be all right. Even with my voice the way it is, it's gonna be all right. But right now, we're gonna sing about aloha, spreading aloha, just a little, all around the world.
Are you listening? What we're about to say. See, we're on a mission, trying to find a way. With you and me, it's a guarantee. Spread a little aloha around the world. We can work it out. Make this world a better place aloha in every boy and girl. Could you imagine how simple life could be with a little aloha in you and me? A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. Well, aloha means hello, and aloha means goodbye, and aloha means I love you, and I wanna take you higher. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world. A-L-O-H-A, a little aloha in our day. Spread a little aloha around the world.
Aloha, yes, and welcome to our Aloha Halloween Sunday special. What a beautiful day it is, and I'm glad to be here with you. But first, let us say hello to all and say aloha to all of our friends that are live streaming us from all around the world. They're live streaming us from Germany, they're live streaming us New Zealand, Belgium, Denmark, Atlanta, and down the street, around the corner, and all four corners of the globe. Thank you for joining us today. We feel your presence with us, and we say mahalo for joining with us today. And joining me on platform today is religious science practitioner Cindy Hensley. Woohoo! And giving today's message is Reverend Margie Hyatt. Woohoo! That's right. And so thank you both for being in and of service. But before we begin, we have a couple of announcements. Today is Aloha Sunday, so that means that some wonderful person gifted us with a free breakfast, and that would be Elaine, Crystal, and Diane Wong, in loving memory of their grandparents and parents. So thank you, Elaine, Crystal, and Diane, for that. So after today's service, go down through Connection Central to the courtyard. Breakfast is on Elaine and her sisters. And then at 1 p.m. today, we will have a town hall meeting. If you want to know what's happening within this community, special programs, the finances, what have you, please join us at 1 p.m. It will be live streamed if you're unable to attend in person, for all of you that are streaming online. And so we'll see you there. And then next week, next Sunday, we're going to have a pet blessing after the 11 a.m. service. So bring your furry loved ones, even your turtle, whoever or whatever you call family. And down in the garden after the 11 a.m. service, our chaplains will be there to give them a special blessing as well. So we'll see you then. And I believe we do have more slots available for our book study, The Untethered Soul. If you are looking to transform your lives, looking to just really unfold in this spiritual life, on this spiritual path, join us for one of our book studies. We have openings in every single one of them. There's more information in your bulletin and also down in Connection Central. Those online, you have an opportunity to participate as well, because we do have a Zoom, an online Zoom book study with Cindy. So whoever you are, wherever you are, you can participate in this beautiful community gathering as we look at those things that we wish to release in our lives and really join together on this spiritual path. And this is our 82nd anniversary, the last month of it, even though we're stepping right into our 82nd year. But we've had so much fun throughout this month. We've had many people come and share their videos with us and telling us congratulations on 82 years. That is a magnificent feat for a church or a spiritual community to be transforming lives for 82 years. And to help us celebrate is the Unity Village CEO, Jim Blake, with a message to our community.
Greetings, friends. On behalf of all of us here at Unity Village, allow me to share a heartfelt congratulations. It is truly remarkable what you have accomplished in the past 82 years of service to the Honolulu community. It is my honor to be able to thank you personally for advancing Unity truth principles and for your efforts to help and serve more people. The love and light of Spirit shines so brightly through each of you and the work you are doing for your beloved community. During the past 82 years, you have shown the world what it looks like to really live and be the timeless, silent Unity mantra, the light that shines for you. From all of us serving here at Unity Village, we want to send you our highest thanks and deepest gratitude for all that you have accomplished and all that you will continue to accomplish in the next 82 years. Because of you and all that you do, this amazing planet we call home is a much better place. Thank you, and may you be blessed as you continue to shine on, doing great things in your community and for all of those that you serve. Namaste.
All right, thank you, Jim Blake, for that inspiring message as we continue on for at least another 82 years. And we are in the midst of our fundraiser, our matching funds fundraiser. We have raised over $41,000, closer to $50,000, either raised or pledged. And we're looking to the community, to the congregation. If you know that God is working through and as you, transforming your lives, transforming this community, this is a wonderful way to demonstrate that. And we have a video from the fundraising committee to really look at the principles behind giving, joyful giving.
In the New Testament, there was no church more generous than the Macedonian church. Paul explains to us in 2 Corinthians that the church was in the midst of trials and experiencing extreme poverty. It was during the harshest of times that the Macedonian church expressed a joy that overflowed, rich generosity. They were principles that led to them being joy-filled during a time that most would not. First, there was a willingness to give, even when there was a great trial of affliction. They were willing to see past their current poverty within the church to the higher vision of infinite supply. Second, they gave in joy, though at the time they did not have much material worth. As Charles Fillmore explains, Macedonia metaphysically represents turning our thoughts towards God, which allows the awakening of spiritual zeal and enthusiasm. Third, knowing God was the source of all their good, they gave in faith, igniting an overflow of abundance. Charles Fillmore emphasizes that our faith must go hand in hand with our generosity. And just like the Macedonian church, we at Unity Church of Hawaii are showing up with a willingness, joy, and faith during our 82nd anniversary. The Board of Trustees and cornerstone donors of the membership have raised over $41,000, and with your help, we'll reach our 82nd anniversary goal of $82,000. Every gift will be matched by the board and cornerstone donor matching fund, guaranteeing your contribution goes even further and allows us to continue to provide transformational programs, dynamic services, and educational classes that have touched thousands of lives over the years. So join us for the 82nd Anniversary Matching Funds fundraiser. What will you do for the 82?
Aloha. Wasn't that wonderful? That was Reverend Larry's voice on and it was a wonderful, and we're saying aloha to Reverend Larry and Reverend Denise right now. They are in California, and so we're saying aloha to them. It is amazing what has happened. As you can see on the slide that we've got, this is on the website, so there are 3 ways that you can donate. You can go onto the website and click on the top of those two buttons, the bluer color, I'm colorblind, so I can't tell you exactly what color it is. But anyway, the top one of those two, you can click on it, and then you can select how you want to donate via credit card. A second way that you can do is from in front of your seats in the pews, there are some of the matching fund envelopes. And thirdly, you can just write a check and give it to us, and we will make sure that those go in. If you don't have the funds to be able to do it at the present time, we invite you to give a pledge that you can do either through the envelopes, or there will be another button up there in addition to those two real soon, i.e. the next day or two, that will be for a pledge amount so that we can get the amounts that you're planning on pledging. And then that can be done between now and the end of the year. Okay? So I think it's important to realize exactly where we are. And it's important to realize we've got the daily double. By daily double, what we do is every single dollar that is given by the congregation gets matched by the board. And it's important to realize, the next slide, there is $52,000 that have been donated $49,000 that have been donated already by the board and Cornerstone members. So in order for us to get all of those $49,510, we need the congregation to step up to be able to match those so that all of those dollars will be met and we can have all of the dollars that the Cornerstone donors and board have done. I think it's amazing how generous the board and the Cornerstone donors have been. It warms my heart and it just tickles me from one end to the other, just knowing how generous and how loving this congregation is. Blessings and aloha. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. And now let us take this time to center in, to put away any concerns or cares or worries of yesterday or tomorrow, as we center in a time of peace, prayer, meditation, and song.
My will, heal me at depth, so that I may glorify God. Reveal that which needs to be revealed. Heal that which needs to be healed, so that I may glorify God. Into thy hands I commit my spirit, thy will is my will. Heal me at depth, so that I may glorify God. Reveal that which needs to be revealed. Heal that which needs to be healed, so that I may glorify God.
And today's daily word is illumination. And our affirmation reads, as I look within, the light of understanding dawns in me. Let's speak this statement of truth together. As I look within, the light of understanding dawns in me. The reading continues. As I look to the east on a clear morning, I see the sky begin to grow lighter about an hour before sunrise. The changes in color are nearly imperceptible at first. Birds begin their morning songs as the sky grows brighter. Then the golden rays of light proclaim the rising sun. I hear these words from the creation story of Genesis. Let there be light, and there was. Illumination, the light of spiritual understanding, dawns within my own consciousness in much the same way. The darkness of ignorance begins to lighten. Insights emerge, dimly at first, then more vividly. Finally, understanding pours like the radiant morning sun, and there is light. And from Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. As I look within, the light of understanding dawns in me. And now, friends, I invite us in the stillness of this moment to speak together our statement of faith. Together, there is only one presence and one power, active in the universe and in my life, the infinite, living, loving presence of God. Yes, friends, the infinite, living, loving presence of God. And now, in the stillness of this moment, I invite us on an inward journey into our souls. And so if you are feeling so comfortable to perhaps lower your gaze or even close your outer eyes and take a deep breath, breathing in, knowing fully and wholly right here, right now, we are breathing in the infinite, living, loving Spirit of God. Right here, right now, I invite us each to open up our heart space a little bit wider, to stand in the truth that God is, we are one united state of consciousness. And this is a consciousness of love, friends. This is a consciousness of light. It's a consciousness of curiosity and wonder, of joy, of springing forward into a newness, a new day and a new way of thinking and of being. And so I just invite us right here in this now moment to step into that silence with our hearts open just a little bit wider, to tap in, to tune in, and to listen to that still, small voice that speaks to us and through us, because, friends, it is us. And in the silence, we sit. And we take a breath. And exhale. Oh, how grateful I am to be right here, right now, fully awakened and aware and alive and enlivened by that joy-filled spirit that lives within me. How grateful I am to look out into this sanctuary this day and beyond these walls, and to know fully and wholly that God is, that we are one. It is good. It is God. It can be no other way. And for this and so much more, we just give great thanks. And together, please join me by saying, and so it is. And now, friends, in this moment, I invite us to do that thing that we do together, which is to pray. And perhaps today we will pray in the way that Jesus the Christ shared with us. And we will speak that traditional Lord's Prayer together. So friends, join me as we speak aloud. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen and amen.
Into thy hands I commit my spirit. Thy will is my will. Heal me at death, so that I may glorify God. Reveal that which needs to be revealed. Heal that which needs to be healed, so that I may glorify God. So that I may glorify God.
Aloha kakahiaka, everyone. It's nice to be back here at Unity Church. I just released a new CD. It's called Hawaiian Classics. And we decided, thank you, to perform a few of those numbers for you, featuring our lovely hula dancer today. This is Maluhia, everyone. Here's a song composed by Mr. Andy Cummings. There's a feeling deep in my heart, stabbing at me just like a dart. It's a feeling heavenly. I see memories out of the past, memories that always will last, of this place beside the sea. Waikiki at night when the shadows are falling, I hear your rolling surf calling, calling and calling to me. Waikiki, 'tis for you that my heart is yearning. My thoughts are always returning out there to you across the sea. Your tropic nights and your wonderful charm are ever in my memory. Do you recall when I held you in my arms, an angel sweet and heavenly? Waikiki, my whole life is empty without you. I miss that magic about you, magic beside the sea. Your tropic nights and your wonderful charm are ever in my memory. Do you recall when I held you in my arms, an angel sweet and heavenly? Waikiki, my whole life is empty without you. I miss that magic about you, magic beside the sea, magic of Waikiki.
Are we blessed or what? Mele hula A great band under the direction of Danny Del Negro. Zanuck Lindsay returning. Whew. I am filled with energy. And I want to talk to you this morning about the heart of the matter. And we'll begin with a story about the physicist husband I've mentioned a time or two. Physicist, husband, wife, metaphysician, made for interesting conversations sometimes. And a recurring theme in our discussions was the definition of the term energy. Now, he, being a physicist, was kind of grounded in science, and physics being the study of, everything and how everything works. This is just a very broad definition, the capacity for doing work. And energy shows up in various forms in the physical universe. Electrical, thermal, kinetic. All kinds of energy manifest itself. And it's generally demonstrated by the transfer of that energy from one body to the other. Now, there's an interesting aspect of energy is that the truth is it can never be created and it can never be destroyed. It only has the ability to change form. And it's always fascinating to me that he and I could agree on that definition of energy, but I choose a more spiritual context. And this is from Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of our Unity movement, who defines energy in the spiritual sense as the power of God within us to accomplish. That impetus for yes, moving us forward. Now, we are in an energetic system, the whole of the universe. We are an energetic system, self-contained. Our heart is an energy field. Our vision is an energy activity. Everything about us is an energy. And so, get used to it. We are always moving and active within energy. We are collaborating with, or maybe sometimes we're resisting energy. But we are this energy field. So it serves us to understand how the whole system works in our little context here to help us center, live life more fully, more effectively. And we have a guide going on right now in our community, the book study of The Untethered Soul by the author Michael Singer. The book study began this past week, but it is not too late. You could join any number of the groups going on. Go down to Connection Central afterwards, shameless commercial, and join one of us groups who are gathering to study this material. And this week, the topic is energy. So that we can understand better how our whole bodies work with or against us in the application of energy. So when we're talking about energy, we might use the context of Chinese medicine or martial arts, and it's known as qi. Or in the Hindu and yogic traditions, it's referred to as Shakti, which is the divine feminine expression of energy. And in our context in Unity, or in the general realm of Christianity, we might refer to that energy as God, Spirit, all that is. However we call it, whatever name we give it, however we refer to it, what we're describing is the life force energy that exists in everything, qi. Or we are describing the cosmic primordial force and energy, Shakti. Or indeed, we are calling that infinite, living, loving presence of God that is in us, through us, as us in the world. Because God cannot express without our partnership. Did you sign up for that today? Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes, we did. Know it or not. And now, the design of how this energy field within the context of our being and our body, how it's designed to work, is this smooth, easy flow. All the experiences we're having in life are expressions of energy. Our thoughts, our emotions, what we're experiencing, it's all a form of energy coming at us. And the design of this system is that we see it, recognize it, and release it. Next one comes. See it, recognize it, release it. See it, over and over and over. That's how the system is designed to work. One thing I observe about myself as a human, any good thing, I can bollocks it up usually pretty effectively without trying all that hard. And so the see it, recognize it, release it. Sometimes I just stop right here with some experience. Maybe I'm not too happy about it. And it gets stuck, usually in the heart chakra. It might even be a positive, joyful experience, stuck because I don't want to let go of it. What if it doesn't ever come to me again? It would be only when I ever had that good feeling. Stuck. So it doesn't matter if we call it positive or negative, good or bad. Whenever we step into the judgment of the energy moving, of the experience we're having, whether it's good or bad, we are limiting the infinite. We are closing in a box of this end bad, this end good, and, well, God, don't bother to give me anything outside those parameters, because I've never experienced anything larger than that, and I may not be able to imagine it. And so we've just told God, here's the box I'm willing to live in energetically. Now, let me give you an illustration of how this energy that's supposed to flow past us, as we are to be permeable systems, allowing the experience of life to come to us, flow through us, and move on. Sometimes it looks like this. You're at the Kapiolani Community College Farmers Market on Saturday morning. Boy, are you in a sea of information flowing to you as you walk down the aisles of that parking lot amongst all the booths. And your mind, which is fully now engaged in receiving that data, maybe up to as many as 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day coming at you. Whew. Oh, I smell the coffee. I wonder where the coffee booth is. I'm going to have to find it. Ooh, and over there. Ooh, grilled abalone. Well, look at that pair of shoes on that woman. I wonder if I go up and ask, how about that hat? Oh, and look at those pretty hibiscus. Oh, you are just awash in a sea of data, receiving it, seeing it, recognizing it, letting it move on. Right up until the moment that you see somebody walking to you down the aisle in the opposite direction, coming toward you, and, well, this person might not be on your favorite person list this week because you heard from one of your friends what she is saying about you, and it is not nice, and by the way, it's not even true. Well, I'm not thinking very good thoughts about her right now, and I have just stopped that movement of energy right here in my heart chakra. I have knotted and closed off the flow of my chi. Not a healthy situation, mentally, emotionally, or ultimately physically, when we jam up the flow. And at the pace of those 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, when there's a traffic jam, people, we got a disaster on our hands, yes? Do you know that disaster territory, or am I in this situation by myself here at the market on a Saturday? And how do we work with that process of wanting to honor this amazing energetic system that we are, to live most effectively as our human self and our divine self? How do we work those two together so that we can stay in a state of open-hearted energy that allows the experiences of life to come to us, for us to recognize it, and allow it to move on through, no matter whether we call it good or we call it bad? Well, it kind of looks a little like, well, story first. An illustration of how this wisdom has moved through the centuries. There were two traveling monks, a senior monk and a junior monk. Down the road they go, and they come to the bank of a river with a very swift current. And as they stand there pondering their best means of crossing this river to get to the other side and continue their journey, a young woman approaches them and asks for their assistance because she's afraid to step into the swift current. And the monks look at one another with a knowing exchange of glance because they are recognizing in their own minds that they have taken a vow that precludes them from touching any woman. And they look at one another, and without saying a word, the senior monk bends over and picks up this young woman and puts her on his back and begins to walk into the current and cross the river safely, and he sets her down on the other bank. Well, the young monk back there on the other side, he is apoplectic at what his senior monk companion has done to just not pay any attention to this vow. And he catches up with his companion and he's just he's so shocked, he's so distressed that he can't even talk. So there is no conversation for the first hour as they proceed down the road. And this is spinning in his mind. How could he do that? What happened? I can't believe this took place. And now what happens when we get out of the monastery and I have to tell our senior, you know the spinning wheel in the mind. Well, he was fully engaged. And he never spoke. Another hour passed. Another hour passed. Hours down the road, finally the young monk could not stand it anymore, and he blurted out, "Brother, how could you pick up that woman and transport her across the river? What about our vows?" And the senior monk said, "My young brother, I set the woman down at the edge of the river hours and miles ago. Why do you still carry her?" That's the blockage in the heart chakra. When we bump up against something that we can't allow to just be an experience that we move on through, and it moves through us, to be permeable in the circumstances and situations of our life, which would look a little like this. This is a still shot from the movie The Celestine Prophecy. And Julia, the researcher, and Father Sanchez are poring over a transcript and transcribing this prophecy for a deeper understanding as they follow this journey. And if you notice, there's this illumined path between their two hearts. So they're collaborating together. They are in the energy field of this experience together with open hearts, following a mission together, being in compassionate companionship in the journey. And so their heart energy streams from one to the other in that recognition of the truth of their being and their purpose for life. Now, we can use any number of systems to understand moving that energy ourselves, staying in an open-hearted space. In the yoga tradition, we learn about the chakra system, those energies within our body where energy is present and active. And certainly the heart chakra, the heart center, is one of those in that system. In Unity, we have a system known as the 12 powers, which also is indicated by certain locations within the body, connects to a God faculty, a capacity. This is a spiritual toolkit, these 12 powers, by which we can make the journey beyond ourself and toward Christ consciousness through the realization, the full realization of these God qualities that exist within us. And I particularly like the heart math energy system on the right, which shows through their research and study our human electromagnetic field. Each and every one of us, energy is present for everybody all the time. What is the state of our energy is the question. And in the heart math research, what they determined is this electromagnetic field of our body that is centered around the heart may extend as far as 25 feet across So when you're sitting here all joyful and delighted by the music and the dance on a Sunday morning, we are all sitting in one another's energy field, and there, folks, is the quantum definition of oneness. The state of oneness, whereby we can connect through that open-hearted energy, my heart to your heart, and your heart to Lisa's heart, and Lisa to Peter, and me to Tony, and me to Chip, and on down each row, each heart, each person, as we choose to be in this space of open-hearted connectedness. So I thought we'd practice a little bit of that this morning, because I want you to go home with a toolkit for when you're confronted by, that person on your not favorite person list, or you're confronted by a disappointment in your life, or you get stuck in even a positive and joyful memory that you don't want to let go of. Now, maybe you all can relate to this. When I met my husband, 10 days after we met, I can tell you where we were, what I was wearing, what he was wearing, where we were sitting, when he said the words, "I love you." And I have that so strongly imprinted that I know, even though it's joy-filled, that I knotted up lots of energy in the aftermath of his passing in an effort to cling to that which was an experience that was delightful, and yet it needed to pass through me so that I could be present for the next experience. This is the definition of the now moment, that we receive what's here, appreciate it, recognize it, and let it go, so that the next moment comes with the same awareness and receptivity, to be present to all that life is without getting stuck in any particular spot or experience. Fine to go through the experience. We can walk the neighborhood. We just don't have to buy the condo while we're there. We can move with ease and grace when we stay in an open-hearted, heart-centered connection to all of life. So, heart math, one of the things they have done is measured heart rate variability under certain conditions. And on the left-hand side of this slide, you will see your heart on, you. Your personality, your ego system, the mask you show to the world, the frustration you are carrying in the moment, the stored up aggravation that is sitting like a clenched knot in your heart space. And you apply the energy of gratitude or appreciation or joy to your energy system, and you get the perfectly coherent waveform of your heart rate variability that's on the right-hand side of this slide. So there's our work, people, to choose chaotic energy here, coherent energy here. In my experience, all of spiritual work is so simple. And you're saying, what do you mean apply appreciation and I get this coherent heart energy? I mean, it's that simple. Choose to be in compassionate curiosity for your life and its circumstances, so that as life comes to you, you can receive. You can be present to all that it brings to you, and then you can step into the next moment of experience, the next moment of awareness. It is simple. I'm also here to tell you it isn't always easy. But when we can know how simple it is, we can find that place of ease that carries us through. So I want to give you an experience of how to find that open-hearted, compassionate grace-filled energy that will move you through the experiences of life, that you can employ whenever anything shows up that isn't what you'd prefer and sends you off into a cascading experience of being mentally and emotionally hijacked by your amygdala. To step back from the fight or flight response to distress and fear and the disturbance of our energy field and step into ease and flow. So I invite you to take a breath with me, a deep, full in-breath, and exhale completely. And continue that for a couple of more in and out cycles, breathing fully in and exhaling completely. And now, as your breath settles into a normal rhythm, imagine it's moving through your heart, into your body. And as you exhale, it passes through your heart. That this becomes the focus of your breath, your your energy of life. And in that breathing rhythm, now I invite you to choose a memory, a thought, a person, a situation, and see it in your mind's eye, and allow this thought to be something that puts you in a felt sense of appreciation, gratitude, or joy. So that as you continue to hold this thought while you breathe easily, it fills your mind with peace. It fills your whole body with a radiant warmth of gratitude. It spreads through your body and you feel the sensation of joy. And as this state continues, you indeed bring yourself into this experience of heart coherence. And it links with your mind, the mind that is the connection to God itself within you. And this is how we arrive in a space of open-hearted energy to meet life, its experiences, its joys, and its challenges. When you hold that image in your mind and you breathe through your heart, in about 1 minute, you will have achieved this state of heart-mind coherence, which opens you to a sense of peace and well-being, which opens a path to greater physical well-being as you literally are changing your body and its cellular response. It opens you to new patterns of behavior as you retrain your mind through this process. Now, in this state, open-hearted, compassionate curiosity for life, now imagine that person, the one that's not on your favorite list this week. Can you greet that person, seeing in them the truth you see in yourself? That this is an illumined being, sometimes falling short in experience of living the truth of wholeness and grace. Hold that compassion for yourself. And with your open heart, beam that thought to this other person. And as you may have heightened the experience of touching into that divine wisdom at the core of your being, perhaps some message arises for you today of what authentic, sincere action you could take to create balance in this relationship. Heal what has been disturbed in the energy field of your life. Take one more very deep breath and exhale completely. And be in gratitude for the experience of awareness, of open-hearted presence, and compassionate curiosity, and divine understanding that illumines your heart and mind. Today, on Aloha Sunday, I love to celebrate the long-held tradition in this church about the culture of our Hawaiian Islands. And for many years, we would observe our unity principles in connection with a Hawaiian wisdom saying. There's a collection published by a scholar, Dr. Mary Kavena Pukui, called Olelo no Eao, a collection that she brought together across literally her lifetime and published near the end of her life, a compilation of Hawaiian wisdom sayings, proverbs. And so I've chosen this one this week to express this idea of open-hearted connection to one another and the movement of energy in which we all live. Ewehe ka umauma I akea. And Dr. Pukui translates that to open out the chest that it may be spacious with your breath, with your heart-centered awareness. And she tells us that the meaning of this translation in application is to be kind and generous to all, beginning with self, and then spreading that generosity of spirit in all of your experiences of life. That's our spiritual work. That's how we move from disturbance in the energy field to wholeness, to well-being, to a deep inner sense of peace. So simple. Chaplains and ministers here stand to support you on those days when it isn't easy, but it is simple. This idea is also reflected in a beautiful passage from Scripture from Isaiah. But those who trust in the Eternal One will regain their strength. They will soar on wings as eagles. They will run, never winded, never weary. They will walk, never tired, never faint. Because this energy field within us is an unlimited source, as long as we don't close up our heart chakra, as long as we can counteract our tendency to tighten up in the difficult experiences of life. When we stand open, willing, receptive, then we contribute to the flow of life, and we live in the infinite, loving presence of God. Aloha.
All right, are we all ready to open up and stand up and move around and get some positive energy in here or what? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, thank you. There's a reason for the sunshine sky. There's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the love light nights all around us. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream. Let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. So let your love fly like a bird on a wing. Let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Hey, there's a reason for the warm, sweet nights. There's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. Hey, let that wonder take you into space. Maybe wonder in its warm embrace. Just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Everybody sing along now. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love show. With the smallest of dreams, let your love grow. And you'll know what I mean, that's the season. Hey, 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 let your love fly like a bird on a wing. Let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. One more time, everybody. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream. Let your love grow through the marvelous of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. It's the season. So let your love fly like a bird on a wing. Let your love find you to all living things. Let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. Yeah, 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 that's the reason. Whoa, 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 that's the reason. Nice hand for the band, everybody.
Hana Ho available on CDs out on the side table afterwards. We come to that moment in our service. Not only an opportunity to contribute to the well-being of this community, way beyond keeping the lights on, paying salaries. This is also a moment where we get to choose to express our commitment to our spiritual life by sharing the resources that we've been given as source into this community. Committing to lift up this community and all who are here and all who will come. So this week, as Reverend Johanna and Thomas have spoken of, you have two opportunities: the regular offering envelope or the special matching fund offering envelope. And I invite you to look into that open-hearted space and ask, whenever you are called to give in any experience of life, what is it that my heart wishes to give in this space, in this moment? And whatever that answer is, we give thanks for your generosity of spirit that flows into this community in so many ways. Thank you from all of our hearts to yours. When we bring a gift or a tithe, I invite us to hold it in our hands or against our heart if you choose, and we say this blessing: divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Once again, we're going to feature Maluhia on this classic Hawaiian hula song called Ka'uluwehi o Ke Kai. It just tells of all the delicacy of the sea, limu, and all the fun stuff to eat. All right? He ho'o heno, ke ike aku, ke kai mo ana nui la, nui ke aloha, e hi'i poine, me ke ala o ka lipoa. He ho'o heno, ke ike aku, ke kai mo ana nui la, nui ke aloha, e hi'i poine, me ke ala o ka lipoa. He lipoa i pai e ke one hinu hinu la, vela i ka la, ke hehi a he, mai mana ue pono ke ia. O kohu kohu e kalimu kohu, ke kauilu na o na motu la, o ia moku ulala ho Pone anai o I andei Haina Haina mai ka puanga Kalipoa me kalimu kohu Hoa pilio e me ka pahe Anoni me kalipalu Haina ho Haina mai ka puanga Kalipoa me kalimu kohu Hoa pilio e me ka pahe Anoni me kalipalu Hey!
Thank you, Zanek and Maluhia, for that beautiful solo and hula. And I invite up our ushers to the front as we take this time to put our blessing on these offerings. And as we know that we have that divine essence within us, and that's what we give from and as. And we give in abundance because in our very true essence, that's who we are, never separate from our Creator and acting through that power. And so we say, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. And before we close today's services, I want to just see if there's anybody here for the first time or first time in a long time. So if this is your first time at Unity Church of Hawaii or your first time in a long time, we invite you to rise and to stand so we may meet and greet you with gifts of love and aloha. Anybody here for the first time or a long time? Yay! Thank you, brave, brave souls. And our ushers are coming over to you to give you gifts. And if you're viewing us for the first time, right next to the viewer box, you'll see a little icon that you can hit, and you will receive a free gift from us as well. It's a meditation. And those in-house are receiving a kukui nut lei, which represents the light, the love of this spiritual community, as well as a gift packet. Inside of it, you'll have information or more information about this spiritual community, as well as a breakfast voucher. However, today is Aloha Sunday, so breakfast is free. Or has been gifted by Elaine Wong and her family, so it's free for everyone. And then we have one last blessing for you, or gift for you, and it's a blessing. And if you don't mind, remain standing, so we can give you our blessing, or you don't have to, whatever you feel to do. All right, and those at home as well, we are blessing you. Together, the light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is, and all is well, and well indeed. Thank you so much for joining us today. And this is our invitation for those with the kukui nut lei to say hello and invite them over to our tables and tell them all about this transformative community as well. And don't forget that we have a 1 p.m. here in the chapel, the town hall, and we will be live streaming. And thank you, Reverend Margie Hyatt, for that beautiful message. And thank you, Zanek. He also has our soloist, and then our hulu, where Zanek has CDs, a brand new CD out, and it will be available for sale right after today's message. There he is in the side. Right outside, there's a table, and he'll be there signing and everything else. So thank you. And I would like to invite up our chaplains. If you would like prayer support after today's service, our prayer chaplains are here willing and waiting to hold the high watch with you. There are prayer partners in this ministry, and they do a very good job at that. So thank you for being in service. Thanks to all of our wonderful volunteers that make today and every Sunday and every day here especially blessed. We really appreciate all that you do. And to each one of you that say yes to coming here each and every Sunday and to our classes and other workshops that we have here, mahalo for your continued support to this spiritual community. You do make a difference. Now let us rise, let us stand, grab a friendly hand, and sing the peace song and aloha oi.
1, 2, 3.
Adadiki
Blessings.